Welcome to Crystal Clearings. I'm Stephanie Michelle. Today I want to talk to you about technology. Technology is such a fascinating topic right now because we have so much happening in the world around us. It's a very exciting time. It's a golden age of technology, if you will. I was Googling around and looking at how technology has grown over the past 100 years. And it's really incredible. It is really shocking how fast it is growing. And it seems to be moving at an exponential rate, And if it continues to grow at the rate that it has been for the last, I'd say probably 40 years, we are looking at some incredible possibilities in our future. And right now, it's hard to imagine some of the things that are coming forward, but they're coming forward and they are real and they are a real possibility. Not just a possibility, it's a reality and in many, many, many ways. And at this time, we're also experiencing this energy that's been coming up. And I know everyone watching this video knows exactly what I'm talking about. This crazy energy is just bubbling up. All of the hate and all of the bad and all of the things that really need our attention are bubbling to the surface. All of these problems are coming up. All of this division is so obvious. And there is reason for that. As far as I'm concerned, I've figured it out. And it's, it's astrological and it's really heavy Pluto in Capricorn energy, which is blowing up our foundations, blowing up our structures, and giving us the opportunity to see what lies beneath. And it is devastating to watch, right? And it's even more devastating to watch people not see it, And with all of this that's going on, this heavy, dark energy, we are also still moving ahead. We're still moving ahead technologically. We're still moving ahead and making advancements all the time, which is good news, right? But the weaker we become as a people, the more our technology could potentially become a threat. And that's because the powers that be, let's say, the ones that are so eagerly reaching for power and control, domination, authoritarianism, totalitarianism, these people are willing to go to any lengths to get their hands on that type of technology. And, I'm just looking at the situation thinking, what could we potentially do now before it becomes a problem? What could we do now to protect the human race, to protect ourselves, our children, our grandchildren, our grandchildren's grandchildren? We need to start being a society that thinks in terms of the future, because I think past generations have missed that point completely and really driven for what they wanted and needed, and there was a lot of just downright disregard for the future. And right now we are probably at the most vulnerable we've ever been as a society, and I'm not just talking about America. Everybody's got their eye on politics and everybody has, their opinions and everybody's taking sides. But I hope that those of you who are doing that are opening your eyes to the things that are happening around this world. It's not just about America. America's the leader. And the reason why the rest of the world is devolving into this madness is because America has lost its own foundation. And our foundation has been uprooted. And we are now looking at our situation and seeing the truth about the people that we have representing us, about the people that have made their way to power, and about the way that our voice has just simply not been represented. In fact, they have used the things that we have asked for resolution to. They have used those things against us. They've used them to divide us. It's craziness. But we keep going back to the same people expecting a different outcome. That's insanity. Now, as a collective society, as a world, we need to stop being fooled by the nonsense and, allow ourselves to see the truth about the people that we are putting up in these positions, particularly here in America. You really need to start thinking in terms of freedom, because that is what this country is based on. And that is what it means for the rest of the world. There's a huge responsibility here. Now, I've gotten off track. Back to the topic of technology. That technology poses a threat because the same people that are threatening our freedoms, the same people that are making it hard for your family to survive or have a future, are the very same people that will be grabbing for this power. And when I'm talking about this power over us through our technology, you're already watching it happen with social media. They already control what is allowed to be said and not said. There's censorship there that should not be there. There should be no reason for anyone to have to hold back an opinion. Your opinion should matter, and you should be able to discuss it like adults. You should be able to possibly be open to what someone else has to say, and maybe find a way that both people could be happy. It's insane. I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy. But I think that's what democracy is all about. So, I support the Constitution. I support a democracy. And I think it would work. But the problem is we've gotten so far away from that by allowing these government organizations and the government itself to have too much power in our government, in our lives, in our daily lives. They have too much power. They have the power to destroy. And that should never be. So what we need to be doing collectively as a society in all areas of the world, because there are things going on all over the world, we need to push those types out and bring people in that are going to bring things down to a smaller level, people that are going to eliminate the overreach that some of these governments have, right? And so you're going to have to use your common sense to know who those people are. And I don't think that you can look at things anymore by going, well, I'll just look at each person individually, because people are tied to their party and people are tied to the politics within that party. So, bringing it back down to a level that we can maintain is going to be the answer for the people to be able to have the power in their hands ever again. Because if we keep going down this road, we're going to lose the opportunity forever. And with the topic of technology getting completely shoved off, I'm back to say, we need to think in terms of looking towards the future and putting in safeguards to protect ourselves from people getting their hands on that technology and abusing it or using it against us in some way, which we can think of many, many ways these technologies could be used against us. And I wonder if it's possible at all for this technology to have some safeguards, some sort of protections that maybe we can lay down now for the future of this technology, something that we know will protect us, our children, our children's children, our grandchildren's children. The future of the human race has to be taken into consideration, because all of the technologies that are coming to mind here that I'm referencing are technologies that link us up and also can have the potential to monitor and control us. And that's something that we need to avoid happening. We need to find a way to balance the ability to have this technology with the responsibility of having it. And I think it goes beyond our own personal responsibility with that technology, which is a topic that really will affect our future in our own psychology and the psychology perhaps of AI. So that's a whole nother subject. But with regard to our future and protecting ourselves and looking out for the better interest of the human race, we do need to possibly, form some sort of coalitions or watchdogs or, something here that can help protect that technology from falling into the wrong hands. We don't ever want it to be a technology that a governing authority could use against us. We don't ever want it to fall into the hands of a government or a authoritarian or some sort of totalitarian type of government or individual even. We want to make sure that's secured. And as the generations move forward, I feel that we're moving past the generations that were so short-sighted and not looking out for our better interest and looking out for our future, our children, our children's children, our grandchildren's children. You know what I'm saying? And it is our responsibility to pick it up, fix it, and make it right for our future generations and our descendants. And like I said, I feel like, we could do some things with coalitions. And when I say coalitions, I'm talking about something where people can come together on a worldwide scale, something where we have our power in numbers, because our power has to be drawn from somewhere, right? And that idea, I feel like there's so many things so many directions I could go with that, but we are looking at a future that is very exciting on one hand, but very threatening and very scary on the other. And it is our responsibility, absolutely, right here and right now, to put in those safeguards, to look out for our future generations as human beings. We already are facing so many challenges. I hope this video was helpful, and I hope it reaches the right ears, and somebody actually goes, well, maybe there is something here that I can look into. Maybe there is something here that we can do to, secure this, safeguard it in some way, shape, or form. That's my hope. Anyways, I wish you all the absolute best. Take care.